I found myself on the sunny coast and I was feeling great when I saw a busker playing there at Kawana Lake. Bring your mates, for your mates, beers and love music while you're filling up your plates. October is a date, from the 30th to 31st we gonna rock the place. Love is the theme and we'd love to see your face at Buskers by the lake, at Buskers by the lake, at Buskers by... My name is Kieran Nix, a journalist from the University of the Sunshine Coast. My passions are the coast, music and love. And Behind Buskers by the Lake combines all three things. So come down, get to know the acts at the festival, get to know a bit about yourself. Welcome to Loveland 2021. Hello, Little Mountain, Simo and Cameron. Thank you for coming on to the Loveland 2021 podcast, Behind Buskers by the Lake.
Thanks so much for having us. Yeah, we appreciate it.
Yeah, welcome to the studio. I guess today we're going to get to know a bit about you, get to know a bit about your music, where it all started, and where you're heading with it. Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah. Do you want to introduce your band, Little Mountain, and the style of music you guys make?
Yeah, well, like you just heard, it's Simo and Cam. We ring in a drummer for festivals, but yeah, we're basically the duo, and we do sort of, I'd say it's kind of a broad genre of indie folk rock sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So there's some acoustic guitar, some electric guitar, and some other crap in between, eh? Just however it comes out.
Yeah.
Indie folk, yeah.
Yeah. What sort of musical influences do you guys have?
Broad, eh?
Yeah, it's pretty massive.
Yeah, well, we're both 90s teenagers, hey? So a lot of 90s stuff there. We do, we're into a lot of the Australian 90s stuff like Jebediah, Powderfinger.
Yeah.
I suppose more contemporary stuff would be like Boy and Bear, Middle Kids,
Middle
Wax.
Kids, yeah.
Yeah. Did you see Wax play on the weekend?
Did we ever? Yeah. Man, they're phenomenal, hey?
She is awesome, man, eh? Like, wow, what a band. Yeah, it was pretty insane. So, highlight of my festival.
Yeah.
Well, not playing.
Well, other than playing. Sorry, playing.
Yeah, so a good mosh pit. Did you boys get amongst the mosh pit?
No, we didn't find our little grid square there. It was
There's a lineup, man.
Dude,
that was to go in.
Less of a lineup for a beer than it was for a dancing square.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. How did your set go? I understand you two gave it a rip. Yeah.
Oh, dude, we did. Yeah, we played on the Friday. Hey, it was our very first festival appearance ever, and we had our producer Tim Hart. He was on the drums for us as well and the backing vocals. So it was a pretty big sound for three people. So we loved it. It was proper rocking it. Yeah.
That's amazing. I saw on your Instagram you had a few candidates for drummer. You had to do you had a bit of an interview process.
Yeah. We pitched it like that. There was only ever one time.
Yeah. So Tim won in the end.
100%.
Yeah. Where else do you guys like to play your music? What sort of gigs do you usually do?
So we do a lot of, like, I suppose, like everyone else out there, the original stuff's pretty hard to push. So in order to tick the box of still being out and about and still, I suppose, the unfortunate part is making money from it as well, is the covers gigs, hey? So we do a lot of markets, hence the busking thing, and cafes and bars and breweries, that sort of stuff. Yeah, breweries are a goodie.
Yeah. Do you get good crowd participation when you play your music?
Oh, look, cover gigs are just a beast of their own, I think, hey? So, I mean...
We do everything. We cover our own way, though, so I think that helps. It's a pretty chilled sound, so it fits in well with the places we play at.
Yeah, the occasional joint that you'll get people saying, play faster, play some Jimmy Barnes, but, man, most of the places aren't like that, and they appreciate it for what it is.
That's it.
How's the original music going then? How much do you have in the works at the moment?
Cam's been writing up a storm. So,
that's it. Hence the facial tick at the moment, the late nights and the writing. No, we've got heaps of stuff ready to record again. So we're kind of timetable wise, we'll wait for Timmy again because he was the best producer ever.
Yeah,
and so hopefully we're recording by the end of the year again, and then have some new stuff to either push just around Queensland or interstate, depending on.
Oh, big C.
The dreaded COVID scenario.
The C word we should not say on live air. Yeah. But how do you sort of come up with those original songs? What's the process like?
Yeah, look, there can be weeks when there's just nothing creative happening at all, or there can be a week where I write 5 songs. Hey, so it's honestly just what I think, just mood at the time. And if I can wake up in the night and have a lyric idea and then base a whole song around one line, or something Simo stuffed up sounded pretty sick, so we'll keep it, and then we'll write a song around that sort of thing as well. So it's never just a set process. Hey, though some songs can be written in 15 minutes and others we revisit months later. So
And work on them, yeah.
yeah.
How often are you guys jamming?
Yeah, twice a week at the moment, hey, just because we only formed 18 months ago, so it's relatively new playing together. I was only a solo muso before, so I didn't play with other people, so that's been a big thing to get my head around. But yeah, so it's only been 18 months, so yeah, we're rehearsing 2 days a week just to try and keep our head above water at the moment.
Yeah. How about you, Simo? What's your involvement with music before Little Mountain?
Just started late. Took it up when my daughter was learning it for school in year 2 or something. So yeah, took it up just to keep ahead of her, and then she got disinterested, and I just went nuts. So and played in just local original bands and stuff. So nothing major, but it was.
You ran with it. I love it,
man. Yeah, for sure.
I've still got to pick up the guitar. It's one of those things you always say, but then obviously
man.
You're proof that it can happen.
Oh, it does, man. It does.
Yeah.
Find the passion for it. It's
Yeah. Is it a big passion of yours? Is music like the thing that you sort of always want to do? Was it always a passion for you, Cam?
Actually, I think the common theme between us blokes is that we're both late bloomers. So I've always had an appreciation for live music, loved going to the festivals. Like I remember the Livid festivals in the late 90s and that sort of deal, and the Splendors and all that sort of stuff. I used to really appreciate live music like that. Never really played it. And then I actually ended up with a wrist injury and got recommended to pick up a nylon string guitar.
Wrist injury, without talking it down from him, but proper wrist injury.
To get some dexterity back in that, and I had it was Timmy. Timmy was the guy that showed me a few chords, and I actually didn't even think that I'd ever play someone else's songs. Because you're naive, hey, you think that you can write your own and they're going to blow up and everyone's going to love it. But so I just learnt 4 chords and then started writing songs, hey. I even contemplated going down because I was a primary school teacher at the time, so I contemplated going down that avenue of doing kids' songs, but that was infuriating, so no.
No wiggles. But
and we were showing our age, we were in a pretty epic time for Australian music as teenagers. Like there was just, you could go anywhere on the coast and see, top level Aussie bands in the pubs and clubs all around, and then we had the festivals, Big Day Out and Livid. I mean, you had Sunbake, and there's so many. There's such an abundance of stuff. So you always at that time had a really you had musical influences constantly, whether you were playing an instrument or not. So
it was always there in the air.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Have you boys come from the coast originally, or have you come from other places?
Yeah, I was a Maroochydore boy.
Yeah.
I spent a little bit of time in Brizzy just doing the leave school thing, but was always going to come back here. The coast is an amazing place. Yeah,
and I grew up in Beenleigh until I was 14 or 15, and then moved up here. So haven't left since.
Coast locals, How do you think the coast goes as a place to create music in, and as a source of inspiration? Does it help you with your art?
Yeah.
Oh well, man, it's a beautiful place to live, and I mean, I think that there's awesome people around here as well. So I think creatively it's an awesome place. So I couldn't write the songs that I write now in a city environment. I just couldn't see them being the same. So definitely the environment plays a part in influencing that. It's an awesome place to be creative.
Yeah, for sure.
That's it, art is an expression of yourself, and I think there's so many unique characters, and just everybody's probably a bit more individualistic on the coast, and I think that really shows through with how many people are giving it a crack in music.
100%.
It's good. And that's why
Buskers by the Lake is an amazing event to have come to the coast.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and the 300 plus performers, man, you're going to get an array. Hey, it's going to
Yeah.
be a spectrum, dude. Like that's what the coast is great for as well. And I
Yeah.
think you guys have got people from Goldie there as well, and Brizzy.
Yeah.
So man, that's going to be an awesome mix for people to come along to. Eh?
Yeah, for sure.
That's it. It's a statewide sort of thing, and so it's going to give a lot of local performers like a much broader like range. You're going to have people there, not or for one specific act, and then they'll get to see 299 others.
That's it.
That's right.
Yeah.
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 And like Cam said, there'll be such an array, like be good, especially, younger ones who are just, they'd hopefully get a fair bit of inspiration from, because there's going to be some quality people there. So,
Yeah, the combined years of music experience will be
That's it.
ridiculous.
And not
Yeah.
even the music, dude. I know my daughter's going to see the basketball, dude. She couldn't care less about her old man playing. She's there to see someone break some ankles,
Yeah. At least she's there. At least you'll get her there.
100%, dude.
Yeah.
And the talent's getting them all there.
Yeah. Yeah. What set list have you guys got? Have you got one prepared, or you wait until the day?
How many weeks out are we?
It's ever changing, man.
I think we've got one. Yeah, it's
pretty
forever.
close,
Forever. Let's call it evolving.
Yeah, that's
It's
right.
never going
Yeah,
backwards. So, we've got a set list. We'll throw all our original stuff in there, and a couple of unique covers, and
Yeah.
do our thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So have you guys released a full project yet, or is it more just recording single songs?
No, we busted out an EP. Hey, so I think we did 2 singles off that. Maybe we did 2 singles off it, and then released the EP, and that was sort of our platform to try and build the original stuff on. So hence the re-recording. I'm pretty sure we've definitely got enough songs to record an album. Just whether that's the right move to do or not. I don't know if it's going to be another EP or an album. But yeah, we do have an EP out at the moment. And that's been it's been going great guns actually for the last 6 months. So for our expectations, it's exceeded it. So
Yeah. What's the name of that one?
it's
When it all changed.
when it all changed. I just had a picture of all I could see was Little Mountain written on it. But yeah, Little Mountain when it all changed.
Yeah.
It's on Spotify and all that magic platform stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So where does the name Little Mountain come from?
Well, dude, I actually heard you had a tattoo of your postcode. Yeah, is that right?
Yeah, that's
we
right.
did.
Yeah,
we weren't quite
Yeah.
that brave, so we just named the band after where I lived there.
Yeah, the suburb. Nice.
Little
Yeah.
Mountain. We're those guys, dude.
That's
I think it's a rap thing, isn't it? But we're just so unwrapped that we just did it anyway, man.
Yeah. You
Such
got
a good name though, man. Like,
It is.
if it was anywhere else, if you lived anywhere else and heard that name, you'd be like, man, that's a good name,
Yeah.
But it's,
We've been told it's only bogan to do that on the coast. Outside the coast, it's fine. Eh?
Yeah. You got to rep your postcode or
100%.
rep your hood. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it, for sure.
Yeah. So how did you two meet? I don't think we've covered that yet.
Well, I was walking down the beach. You were
Yeah.
coming. No. Well,
It was a sunny day,
I was the
you know,
solo gigger.
sunset.
And this bloke was actually at one of the cafes that I was playing at. Hey, and I think there was a few weeks there where we just dabbled with the idea of having a jam together, and then boom, COVID hit. So then we had time to do so.
Yeah, because man, and the thing that grabbed me is set list that he was playing solo. It was just it just keep on coming up with those 90s crackers.
Well, some left field versions of
that's
some.
it.
Yeah.
So it was the musical taste was obviously pretty similar. So, and he's an all right guy. So
Yeah, it works out. Good music, all right guy. Yeah, that's a good recommendation. Yeah. Yeah. So, is this something you're looking to make into full time? You're pushing for that career in music?
Well, I think 100%, man. I think anyone that's pouring themselves creating original material and would say that they don't want to be doing that is, why are they doing it in the
Waste of
first
time,
place?
yeah.
I think it'd be very fortunate if we could do that. At the moment, we're doing the covers gigs and the original stuff. I'm fortunate enough to have a partner at home that contributes financially as well, so I can do music all day, every day. This bloke has a real job, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But yeah, one day, obviously that's the goal, hey, is that, you'd love to have people listening to your songs and you're making a living out of that, dude. Like, that's
that'd be
the
pretty
dream.
cool.
Yeah.
Even at our ripe old age, it's still the dream.
That's right.
Yeah. I guess, what's your favourite part of performing then? What drives you? What is it about being on stage that you just absolutely love?
Yeah, well, I'd say we're both pretty introverted. Essentially, the performing part was the hardest part, getting in front of people. And I suppose having two loudmouth children tell you what's good and crap at home is a good way of rehearsing before you get out there.
Yeah.
But I'd say the stage thing, I don't know, man. We're not huge stage presence, but the music, I feel like lyrically and musically, I think that's where it's at. Like, that's the engaging part.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm not going to go bashing my guitar on the ground at the end or anything like that, but I'd like to think that the music's engaging enough.
Oh,
Yeah.
without a doubt. And yeah, being up there, putting your art out there, it's it's pretty cool. It's
100%, yeah.
Yeah, I've only dabbled at this stage, but it is a rush, isn't it? When like you just finish the set. Yeah. However it goes, it's just an amazing
Exactly,
rush.
however it goes, man.
Yeah.
It's live music at the end of the day, dude.
Yeah.
And that's what, man, we're so harsh on ourselves a lot of the time.
as you know, being
Yeah.
it's
Yeah, and dude, half the mistakes, you're the only ones that ever know anyway. And are they mistakes or are they just live, you know?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, that was definitely a mistake, yeah.
Yeah, it's all part of the experience and how you just sort of play it off. That's the main thing, I suppose.
100%,
Just
man.
keep moving, keep pushing.
That's
Yeah.
it.
That's it.
Yeah. What else? What about you boys? Is there anybody who helps you with your music? Obviously your wife and your daughters. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody for you, Simo, that really pushes you to make music?
Look, I've played, like, I'm pretty fortunate, like, when I started playing, my brothers, one of my brothers in particular has been and played music since he was a boy. We've always had music around, like, you know, grandparents with piano and uncles that played in bands, and so it's always been around. So, but then I played in a band with two of my brothers for 10 odd years, so I'd say they were probably the biggest, you know, influence and inspiration at that time. So, and then also with my daughter was quite, she was pretty talented when it come to music, and played double bass and trumpet and guitar and whatever else come her way. So that was pretty cool too. You know, but picking up off her vibe. So
Yeah. That's it. The kids must be proud. You said they heckle a bit, but they must be proud to see their dads getting up there and rocking it.
Yeah, dude. I think seeing their faces Friday was pretty awesome.
I got a pretty
Hey?
good kick
Like,
out
man,
of
we
it.
go to the Kalenda Music Festival every year. Like, it falls on my son's birthday. I'm pretty sure he thinks that they're throwing a party for him every year. But yeah, they thought it was pretty rad to see Dad up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I suppose they thought it was alright to see Simo as well.
Definitely.
Yeah. Hey, what's coming up? What
Well,
do
we've
you
got this
going on?
busking thing coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard
Yeah,
of it.
yeah,
There's three
no.
buskers by the
Performance, dude.
lake,
There's a
man.
basketball
Yeah.
guy.
I'm interested. Yeah, it sounds good. Could be fun. Nah, seriously, get down to Buskers by the Lake.
That's
Yeah.
it. It's on.
Yeah. Well, dude, I actually, without this busking thing coming up, this week would have been even harder to come down off the CMF, hey, 'cause it's a valid thing that this coming up. It's a big deal, hey.
Yeah.
We're pretty psyched for it, so, and I know other people are, so it's a big thing for the coast, man. Live music.
Yeah.
And we're so lucky to be in Queensland where we're allowed to do it, man.
Yeah.
And that was the other thing, man. This festival, like the CMF, having that go ahead and actually seeing people out there, like just like I've got when Wax was on, when Ballpark Music was on, and just watching from the back from the bar and just seeing a sea of people again, like out there enjoying music, is just wow, you know, a bit of
beautiful.
normality again, man. You know,
Yeah.
so it just feels
And
like
those organisers went through hell making it happen, so I can only imagine what it's Cindy, isn't it?
Yeah,
What Cindy's been through
She's
as well,
been
dude.
working
Oh,
hard
I
to
can
put
imagine,
this
dude.
on.
And
Yeah.
100%, and the coast appreciates it, man. It's
that's it,
awesome.
man. Yeah.
That's it. Even if I wasn't involved in this as a student, I would be keen to just go along, drink some beers, and watch some good live music.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. Good spot for it too.
on Kawana Lake. Yeah,
that's it,
it'll be
man.
beautiful right there.
And they're floating a skatey.
Yeah, half pipe. Yeah, that's the
Righty-o.
plan.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Will you boys be having a go on that?
No, that's how the original
That's-
injury
yeah.
happened.
Oh
Actually.
yeah, we didn't actually get too much detail on
No,
that.
I don't like things. No, it was just an old man doing young kid stuff on a skateboard.
Yeah, yeah. The wrists are always in danger on a skateboard. Hey?
Aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And then I think with networking too. We were talking about how you got 300 people there, and you were saying how this is good to have after CMF to keep stepping it up. Like putting on events like this, you don't know who you might meet there. Like I think
100%, man.
so many opportunities could
Yeah,
present
yeah.
themselves by
Yeah.
playing at
Yeah,
Buskers
yeah.
by the Lake.
Yep. And dude, the coast itself's big enough too that like we're going to see musos that we didn't know
Yeah.
exist. Other people won't know we exist. It's just like that's the coast, man. It
Yeah.
is what it is. It's big enough, that it's got a scene big enough that there's all these different little side branches. Pretty cool event to bring it all together, eh?
Yeah.
Sure.
I think the Sunshine Coast sort of has been missing one like this, a more like grassroots music festival. There's not that many on in the calendar year. We get like CMF, maybe another 2.
Yeah.
But like I think as the coast builds, it's good to see more festivals popping up.
Oh, 100%,
Sure,
man. Yeah.
We got the resources to do it, man. There's so many venues you could use, so many spots. You know, it's it'd be good to see it.
Yeah.
I think it's about drumming up the community to get more musicians putting themselves out there too, because like as you say, we've got the venues.
Yeah.
There's a big population now. I think putting this on, people will get inspired themselves, you know, because I've been inspired within the last 6 months to just start making music. And I think as the coast develops, we're going to see a lot more artists popping up, you know.
Oh, 100%,
for sure,
man.
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, and then you got those outlets like the Ocean Street, like the Soul Bar sort of deal, where that's, I don't know, it sort of feeds these sort of things, doesn't it? They run their open mics and it sort of feeds this sort of thing. It gives those people another platform then to get out in a more public stage. And I just think it's all good for the coast, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, you're a Soul Bar guy, eh?
Yeah,
Like,
I've done 2 open mic nights
yeah,
now.
I think I
Like,
saw the tail end of one of your things, hey man. And you're like a hip hopper, yeah?
yeah.
dude. I was picking up like a Seth Century sort of
Yeah,
vibe, eh?
I like to keep the Aussie accent.
Yeah,
and I like to,
100.
and that's what we were
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about. How Sunny Coast, like art is an expression of yourself. I think I'm kind of unique in the hip hop space because I'm a Sunny Coast boy. You know,
100%,
Yeah.
dude.
I'm
Don't
not
pretend to be
rapping
something you're
about
not, yeah.
all the city problems. I'm rapping about the good stuff that's happening up here.
Perfect.
Yeah, for sure, man. For
Yeah,
sure.
but it's just a buzz. Like that's what I mean. Even if it stuff up the set, run out of
Oh,
breath, it's
dude.
still a buzz.
100%, man.
Yeah, that's it.
And at the end of the day, you keep it in perspective. You're delivering something that people want to hear, right?
Yeah.
So and if they don't at a Buskers Fest, they'll just keep walking. Man.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
obviously keeping it genuine, man. Like people can
That's
smell
it.
out fake. So it's you know, if you're keeping it genuine about the coast, and you know, it's can't go wrong, man.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
That's the thing. Everybody I've spoken to because of this festival, everybody I've met so far, is good people, just
Yeah,
good
yeah.
characters. Like,
yeah.
I really can't wait to see like everybody just get together on the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Henpeck we had in last week. They're good,
Yeah, nice.
good country band, but just good characters. Yeah, it'll be sick.
Yeah,
Oh,
bloody oath.
100%, yeah, we're keen.
Yeah. How do you I suppose you've seen the Sunshine Coast develop over the years. What's that been like, seeing it change?
Oh, dude, that's a tough one, man.
Isn't it? Because you
it
can't
fe-
stop it.
Yeah, and it's
Plenty of people have tried on the coast.
and dude, the music scene regressed for like in many parts of the East Coast where money moved in and high rises went up and noise complaints started and venues
Well, they
shut
got
down.
rid of
I mean,
five-piece bands.
Oh
Yeah.
man, I mean, I don't know if you guys remember the Sands Tavern.
Tav, yeah.
Man, they just like you felt for them. They just kept trying to meet the targets that were put on them for noise and just it eventually, you know, it just went. It was a bloody great venue, but they just continued to get complaints and venues that have been around for years. I mean, you look at the Valley, like it's the same. Like that is just the arts epicenter of Brisbane, you know, and with West End and places like that, and they just annihilated them. You know, these apartments go up, and they and the noise complaints come, and it's the venues that have been there originally, you know, supporting the arts that end up paying the price. So yeah, it's the 90s, man, was just massive. Like you literally could go to anywhere and see all the touring bands, and there was such a such an array of different genres, man, and
all
nothing.
big sounds, man, all big
just
bands.
huge, and people just doing stuff that they wanted to do, and people appreciating that in their droves, and it slowly died off. But I feel like once again that Ocean Street precinct, I feel really just started, clawing back a bit of the artist territory, and it feels like you can go to a lot of places now and see bands and see original music, which is key, man. Like seeing original music's bloody awesome, so. Yeah.
It's a cycle. Oh yeah,
you go.
It's a cycle, I suppose. The more venues you put out there, the more musicians you're going to create. Like 11 dive bars just opened up in the last less than a year on Ocean Street, and not just a music venue, but a specified music venue.
Yeah, because they're putting punk bands and stuff through there, aren't they?
Yeah,
that's a proper heavy spot for the heavy bands.
A dive bar,
which has been missing. Man.
Yeah, dude, big time. Yeah. See, Kings Beach Tav was always.
That was the big one.
In the days gone by, we used to play there a lot, and it was good. I mean, I think they had Suicidals come through there a couple of times, but they always had big rock bands on there, man, and good local artists as well. So yeah, man, it's good stuff like that. Seeing that happen,
coming back.
Yeah, bloody oath.
You
and
boys
I suppose,
are
the night quarters. That's an awesome thing. That's come. And I know that the Taps place there do a few bigger shows. So, dude, I don't know, man. It feels like there was a lull for 20 years. But I feel like in that 20 years, they're getting a hell of a lot more out of their solo musos now, eh? Yeah. Like with all that looping and the one-man band stuff that's going on now, I reckon that's ballooned, man. That's just blown up, hey, over the last little bit, Yeah,
for sure.
Well, they get rid of 5-piece bands, but they still need a big sound, don't they?
Yeah.
Well, the biggest female acts of the last 2 years, Tones and I, Tash Sultana, Ruby Fields.
Yeah,
I think, individual artists are killing it now. Yeah.
And can, man, never sound like they're lacking, It's massive sound.
Yeah, they can fill out like a whole festival stage. It's amazing.
For sure.
Yeah. Speaking of festivals, for each of you, which was your favourite ever festival or live show even? What was your favourite live show?
Oh, dude.
And my favourite festival would have been Livid 97. That was
pretty epic.
Yeah. The half that I remember was pretty damn good.
Yeah, that was pretty wild.
Yeah. And I would say the best show that I've been to would have been maybe Blur or Foo Fighters at Festival Hall in Brizzy.
Yeah, I'd live at 97 as well, man. That was just, dude, the lineup for that. There was so much music, but that definitely.
Grinspoon, Jebediah, Ben Folds.
Yeah, Ben Folds, Kate.
Dude, it was insane.
Veruca, yeah, man. Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah.
And best show is Black Keys at the Tivoli.
Yeah.
Some years ago as a two-piece, man.
Yeah. Actually, in expanding on best show too, I've recently Timmy got us side stage to a Boy and Bear show, and to see those boys do what they do up close, man. They're if you're not into Boy and Bear, listen to their stuff, watch their live shows. They are an incredible live band, and there's so much more going on than you think. Hey.
Yeah.
I'll just say on Boy and Bear, I saw them at the Drop Noosa.
Oh, dude, you got in there just before it all fell to crap.
Yeah, literally the week before the last one.
Because the Cooley one got canned.
Yeah. And then I remember not that I wasn't hyped, that it was an amazing lineup, but they were actually my favourite act after seeing them. I didn't go in expecting to love them, but I absolutely loved them.
Dude, that's it. And man, aren't they just a polished act, man? And that front man, Dave, is incredible.
Yeah. Their live show is just, man.
Next level.
Yeah.
Definitely one of the best live bands.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah. For sure.
Yeah, that's good. And now, if I ever get a time machine, I'll know to go back to Livid 97. I'll punch that in.
You need that jacket, though.
Dude, when Grinners were playing, they were playing in because it was at the R&A show, at the Ekka, basically, and in the Showbag Pavilion. Well, where the Showbag Pavilion was, it's this massive warehouse. And dude, you're standing there watching Grinners cutting sick, and because it must have been they'd only just done they must have just kicked off when with Unearth. When Unearth originally started, they were like the first Unearth band ever, and there was this dude climbing they had like this metal, like scaffolding almost, but it was a permanent fixture. So they had these ladder bars that went all the way up to the ceiling and then across to the next one. And it would have been, it'd have to be bloody 7 to 10 meters in the air. Like it was high. And this dude's climbing up and everyone's waiting. And then he just monkey bars out to the middle of it and then just lets go, disappears into the crowd. And you're like, that guy's got to be dead. Yeah. And then like 2 minutes later, up he goes again. Straight out to the middle. Yeah. It was epic. Yeah, it definitely.
You miss the 90s, don't you?
I do a lot.
Yeah, it's actually amazing the feats that humans can pull off at festivals.
Alcohol, drugs, and music.
Yeah.
It's pretty insane mix.
Yeah, it's amazing that we're alive.
Yeah, well, it's good that you boys are still here and you're catching the renaissance of music on the coast. That's it. I think it's like never too late to just keep going, you know?
Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, for sure.
And it inspires me to get out there. That's what I love about this project, talking to all you guys and just getting inspiration from that.
Yeah, man.
It's amazing.
100% do it.
Proper hype.
Yeah. I think we'll wrap it up. We'll if there's anybody else you want to shout out, any other things coming up in the future?
No, just Buskers by the Lake.
Buskers by the Lake, yeah.
Get there.
29th, 30th, 31st of October. Yeah. Well, Little Mountain, Simo, Cam, thanks for coming on. It's been a pleasure.
Thanks so much, dude.
Good to catch up and have a good chat.
Yeah, cheers, bloke. Thanks.
Behind Buskers by the Lake was brought to you by the tireless and hardworking team of USC students, Victoria, Frida, Shandon, Fiona, Phoebe, and myself, Kieran. Also with the support of our hardworking tutors and USC staff, Lachlan and Andy. And of course, with thanks to the festival organiser and her family, Cindy Jensen and the Jensens. At Buskers by the Lake. At Buskers by the Lake. Buskers by the Lake.